Here we go. And they're off.
Yep, going both for TKI. QMK with a very early game misdrop though. He's gonna skim out of it though.
Yeah, not causing too much trouble, but ooh, huge combo from MicroBlizz. Sends a lot of messy garbage to QMK side, but in typical QMK fashion, he gets to her very quickly. Now MicroBlizz is the one who's cheesed up here. Can't get that L over, and that's gonna be it for him.
Already, I saw two big power stacks from MicroBlizz, so it looks like he's gonna try to press like the combos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's really trying to do that. It's an interesting strategy considering this preset is like mainly back-to-back focused, but whatever works.
Yeah. I mean, QMK is loving this clean garbage here. He's gonna send a huge spike to Blizz, but he's getting through it pretty easily. Not the cleanest garbage, but not the messiest either, but a lot of pressure coming quick from QMK, and MicroBlizz is really getting pushed up here. And that misdrop, it's gonna probably cost him the game here. And it does.
Very unfortunate for MicroBlizz, but the game is still very early. And QMK just building his massive 6-3 well.
MicroBlizz just trying to get to his walls, keep things as clean as he can. And now he finds a little bit of a combo here. But QMK has a full cancel prepared. And he's not even fazed by any of this.
Yep, and now there's just a ton of garbage. It feels like so much garbage is spawning in that 6-3 well for these players.
Yeah. QMK goes for a little bit of an extra combo there, but he actually gets pushed up as a result of it. But he's all the way back down. And it seems like, you know, they're almost like trading spikes here.
Yeah, MicroBlizz is messing up his field a little bit. But
yeah, he cleans up pretty quickly, I'd say. And both players are just, you know, they're getting pushed up, but they're very quickly resetting their board positions.
Yeah, I think this game is going to be most of just that. I feel like the main decider is going to be like either one gets a very insane spike, one misdrops very badly, or like hurry up.
Yeah.
Because both these players are definitely going to be downstacking a lot.
Yeah, it looks like QMK didn't make the perfect decision there, but yeah, he's finding his way out really quickly. No hesitations there, and he's all the way through that. And as I say that, MicroBlizz, who is somewhat high in his field, gets all the way back to down to the bottom instantly, and we're seeing a lot of that, you know.
Yeah, not
players,
even
as soon as they're pushed up, they're pushed right back down, and QMK going for a 3-wide.
Yeah, seems to. Well, yeah, you're right. Like they're not even sending damage. They're just like one player sends a really big spike, and the other just cancels.
Yeah, I mean, and we're entering the hurry up phase here, which is not surprising given how this match has gone, and we're going to see who can come out on top from this.
Oh, unfortunate garbage spawn for MicroBlizz, spawning right under that eyepiece.
Yeah, and it looks like QMK is going to take the third round.
Yeah, 3-0, but I'd say MicroBlizz definitely has what it takes to give us a great match here. That eyepiece misdrop though is gonna be bad, but he finds a really good fix there with the T-spin single, but he's building a lot more T-spins than he has the T-pieces for.
Yeah, and he's... Ooh, that eyepiece! We got SRS at the top there.
Yeah, but I think he might have been dead anyway, just from kind of greed, which is weird to say considering how he's playing, but...
Yeah, I mean, both players are playing very defensively, but yeah, sometimes all it takes is one greedy decision to really cost you.
Yep, QMK going for a TST. Doesn't really seem to bug MicroBlizz all that much though, just using all this clean.
Yeah, big spike from QMK over to MicroBlizz's side. He gets access to the wall in time though, but QMK has some pretty clean garbage too. He finds a nice Tetris into a TST, and now, you know, he's at the bottom of his board, but it doesn't seem like he's, you know, sending all that garbage too urgently, and as a result, MicroBlizz gets out right away, and we're kind of just back to square one.
Yep, and MicroBlizz just tanking all that damage. That was a really risky move, but it pays off.
It pays off well, yeah. He tanked pretty much everything QMK had to send, and QMK had nothing left to cancel, and MicroBlizz was able to spike and capitalize.
Yeah, really smart play from MicroBlizz. And he's gonna get this massive spike there, but it doesn't seem to phase QMK really that much at all.
Yeah, I mean, for all these big attacks, there's big cancels prepared, so, you're not seeing too many instances where players are caught off guard. It really takes, a lot to find that spike to kill in these situations when both players are playing so defensively. Because both players thrive off that clean garbage, and when there's not that much clean garbage being sent around, it's hard to really find those kill spikes.
Yep, just like that. QMK's using the garbage to find just a massive spike. Looks like he has another one charged up, and this one actually is going to affect MicroBlizz quite a bit. He's very pressured and very high up on his field, but he is going to down stack. Just needs to find a good enough one so that he can get to the very bottom and not be caught in this down stack loop. And there you go.
Yeah, he's all the way back at the bottom now.
Yep, and both players stacking up. QMK's using more of his pieces to stack up rather than using garbage, and you can see you can't really get many like death spikes off of that.
Yeah,
you really need the garbage.
And this is another round that looks set to go for quite a bit here, but MicroBlizz has some misdrops, but QMK doesn't have any pressure to really punish it.
Yeah, MicroBlizz is really pressured here, and it looks like that round's going to go to QMK. Yeah. So QMK is very dominant this set.
Yeah, I mean, again, it looks like a little bit of hesitation in that down stack did cost MicroBlizz a little bit, but ultimately it seems like in a battle of, defensive play styles, QMK is kind of the master of defense, so
yeah,
it's very tough for MicroBlizz to find an advantage in that kind of play style. So he's going to have to adapt a little bit if he's going to try to, gain some sort of edge over QMK here. And a massive downside spike from QMK there, but MicroBlizz able to live it relatively easily.
Yeah, a massive spike from MicroBlizz. It's all going to send clean though, and that's going to end up biting MicroBlizz.
Yeah.
QMK just seems to be like just a little bit more consistent, and yeah, MicroBlizz taking a little bit too much time to think about his decisions may end up costing him.
Yeah, looks like he pushed up a bit, has some messy garbage, but gets to it very easily, and QMK gets through his garbage easily, and it looks like we're stuck in this sort of mid-game where both players are kind of just like poking at each other until they can find some sort of attack to try to make something out of it. It's not very easy, given that a lot of these attacks aren't sending pure clean.
Yeah, you just have to. Yeah, it is. Well, this is the kind of opening that you want, but QMK can't get the TP silver, and he doesn't hold.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is
like he burned his hold, and we were talking about not seeing much clean garbage, but that's about as clean as you can really ever get.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened. Just a massive spike from MicroBlizz.
Yeah,
just wasn't ready for it.
QMK right now.
Always a rough way to lose though, when you literally just like can't do anything because your TPs just won't move.
Yeah.
Why are you so
especially when you could have had the hold to get that eyepiece, but you used the hold too early.
Yeah, looks like as of now, we're stuck in that kind of mid game. QMK does have potential to send a pretty big spike here. But looks like MicroBlizz is actually going to be the one who sends the spike over.
And QMK has some clean, but he has to get through cheese to access it. And it looks like he does find the perfect downstack for that. Sends a massive spike over to MicroBlizz. And MicroBlizz is really on the ropes here. He doesn't have his eyepiece in time, and it's going to cost him.
Yeah, MicroBlizz just never really seems quite prepared for whenever QMK is going to send those. Like, he needs to really prepare whenever he sends a lot of damage because... like, QMK is obviously a very good downstacker. He's going to be able to send as much damage as he can with that garbage. And you really need to prepare for that. For the counter spike.
Yep. You know, these games are pretty even for the most part, but, you know, QMK seems to just have that consistency that's really paying off here.
Yeah, the games are lasting a long time, but just like, you know, the score makes it look a lot less even than it is. It's just QMK is barely just better at this kind of defensive play.
Mm-hmm. Both players seem to be just trying to find some sort of attacks, but if you look at MicroBlizz, you know, if he sees any sort of 6 combo to work through clean garbage, he's gonna take it over, you know, taking like a Tetris or something. He, at any opportunity he has, he's really just trying to find some sort of combo. And finds a good one there, pushing QMK up a lot, but QMK narrowly lives that and is able to downstack pretty much all the way to the bottom of his board. Now MicroBlizz needs to, you know, do attack here.
May have missed a PC, unfortunately. I know that has nothing to do with the game, but I have to point that out.
It happens to the best of us, but MicroBlizz,
Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter all that much
here, but he might be able to get out of this if he's fast enough, but that O-piece placement just isn't going to work out for him. And QMK takes that, and it's 9-2. It looks like it's match point for QMK here.
Yeah, that's been a very long set. It just doesn't appear that way if you're just looking at the score. Really, a lot of attack potential here from QMK, though. Looks like he's unable to quite find a combo. Just sends a lot of APM, but unfortunately, that's not what is gonna end up killing MicroBlizz.
Yeah, and in fact, it's gonna end up killing him.
Yep. If you're gonna send that much just back-to-back pressure, you need to know what you're gonna follow it up with, because, you know, counter spikes kind of exist.
Yeah, and they're pretty potent.
Yeah, and looks like QMK is gonna do something that resembles a 4-white at least. I appreciate the effort.
Alright, find some T-spins here, gets access to his well, and MicroBlizz, you know, gets pushed up a little bit, but the well's in a perfect spot. He gets a little bit of a T-spin into Tetris, and he sends a lot of pressure here, but QMK has all the right cancels. He's not affected too much by this. But huge spike from QMK over to MicroBlizz, and he just doesn't have anything prepared to deal with it. And that's going to be the set.